Welcome to X-Learn's coverage of the ARCA Menards Series, coming to you today from the Iowa Speedway. Hello everybody, I'm Ken Jones, and with me in the booth is 7-time ARCA race winner Tim Bandit. Today's race distance is 45 laps. There will be no sets of tires allowed for the teams, meaning that the tires that you see them starting the race with on are all they have, and they will be having to manage those tires the entire distance. There will also be no cautions, but there will be one quick repair the teams will be allowed in the event of an accident they happen to find themselves involved in. See the field now moving down the back straightaway on the first of what will be 2 pace laps before they actually start to go green. Your pole sitter in the number 3 car, number 3 sponsored by Charmin, is JC. On the outside pole is number 2, sponsored looks like Georgia. That's driven by Carol Futch. You see the rest of the running order running across the top of your screen. Tim, what do you think that these drivers and the fans can expect to see here today at Iowa? Boy, I tell you, Ken, it's good to be out here with you here. This here is a very tough track here. A lot of these tracks here, you'll hear us saying that these guys are going to have a hard time putting on the throttle, and battling loose off the corner is going to be something these guys are going to be dealing with all day. And that's definitely going to be something you're going to be seeing these guys deal with here today. These guys are going to have a very hard time. This track is very, very slick. They're going to have to be very gentle putting down the throttle, because if you put down the throttle too quickly, there's a good chance that back end's going to break loose, and you're going to be in a world of trouble then. See the field now moving down the back straightaway. We're happy to be with us here for ARCA competition here at the Iowa Speedway. Happy Halloween, everybody. We wonder who's going to be in store for a trick or a treat by the end of this one, but we know that you're definitely in store for a treat. 45 laps of exciting ARCA competition getting ready to kick off. We see the pace car has dropped off. JC leads the field down. The green flag is out. We are racing here at the Iowa Speedway. Three abreast briefly in the corner. We got one car getting loose and going around. Nobody gets into him, though. That's the 13 car. That's Michael Whitlock. Well, he's still having some problems getting that car all gathered back up. And we got another car going around here. That's Rick Wilson spinning in the 20. We talked about how this track is very, very slick, and these guys are definitely proving that to be the case here, as they're having a lot of troubles getting the throttle put down early. A lot of problems for some of these competitors. Rick Wilson, you see him gathering it up there and going. Got a lead change here. We have Carol Futch taking over the top spot from JC. Looking there at the 19 car. That should be like Casey Manor. Starting in the 3rd position as they've overtaken the 13 car of Michael Whitlock, who's had some problems earlier. Looks like Whitlock's still having some problems. You see him getting really loose there on the bottom of the track. So now looking at this battle here with the number 16. That's Jeff Smith. Looks like they're thinking about going 3 wide. The 5 car is driven by David Bishop, and the 7 car is driven by Samuel Smelser. Great racing going on here at Iowa in the early stages here. This is a multi-group track. These guys have a lot of space here to move around and see if they can search for a line to pass people. But we got somebody here, some props right there. There's a 17. That's Mike Ballinger having some issues. So we're back looking here at the number 5, David Bishop. A lot of cars underneath a blanket here you're looking at. The 16 right in front of him is Jeff Smith. The 19 car, that's driven by, the 8. That's Diego Rodriguez in the 18. There's the 19 car there of Casey Manor. Back looking at the 16. This is a battle for about 3rd on back. Well, this battle here, the 16 is battle for about 5th on back. See him getting a little bit loose, but this battle here is for 3rd. You're looking at. Well, you see these guys getting a little bit loose here. They're really going to have to battle that there, because that's not, the problem's not going to get any better as the race goes on here. These tires are going to start to wear, and the more you roar up that right rear, boy, the worse it's going to be for you here. You're just going to be using it up, and you definitely don't want to be in that situation. As we said, these competitors only have one set of tires to make the entire distance on. So we're looking now at the 5 there still, with David Bishop starting to close in there on the 18 of Rodriguez. And Rodriguez hoping to close in on the 19 of Manor. This is 4th on back battling. That lap car up there might be holding up the 19 a little bit here of Manor. See a lot of overs here. Careful with your tires. You see the 5. Bishop looking to the inside of Rodriguez. I think he's going to be able to take over that spot, possibly. Nope. Great side-by-side racing. There's a 7 there. Smelser gets pretty loose there. He gathers it up. Smelser looking like he has quite a handful there, but no harm, no foul. Still holding on as we're looking at this battle here for 4th on back. This is 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Further on back that you're looking at. The 18 car of Diego Rodriguez, the number 5 of David Bishop, the number 19 of Casey Manor. There you see a little bit further back there, the 7 car of Smelser, also in the mix. You're seeing Bishop looking to the inside, trying to see if he can get some type of run off the corner, but looks like Manor's able to pull him off the corner. Now the 7 starts to pull in on Rodriguez. Look at that Monster Energy sponsored machine. Boy, these guys are really underneath a blanket here right now. The top 2 of Carol Futch and JC, they've broken away from these guys, and you got a little bit of a breakaway here from 3rd as we see. Boy, that car there of Mott Whitlock's having a lot of problems here, putting on the throttle we're seeing there, but no harm, no foul, as we said before, fortunately. 15 car of Phil Daly now moving in. Now he's going to move to the inside of Samuel Smelser and take over that position. It's the battle, looks like, for 7th position. Rodriguez in the 18. Green Monster Energy sponsored car, the white and yellowish orange sponsored car, the number 7, that's served by Smelser. The black 15 is Phil Daly, and right there behind them, a little bit further back in the 16, that's Jeff Smith. Now we're seeing the number 12 car also starting to creep up into the mix here. It's Bryce Eubanks. A lot of cars up here racing for position here. I'll tell you, this is a great race these guys have going on right now here. Right now it's been pretty civil. It's been given and taken, nothing too aggressive. As soon as I say that, there's a little bit of the hot side drafting there. The 7 car there, Smelser, and the 15, Daly. Smelser running the high side. Daly trying to see if he can use that inside line to get by. He goes down low. Smelser's going to ride up at the top and pull away from him. And now Smith starts to come up into the mix. Smith's brushing up against the wall. He gathers it in though. Smelser looking to the outside of Rodriguez, and now we have the 15 car of Daly taking over that spot from Rodriguez, and that's going to drop Rodriguez back to the 7th position. Smelser's now looking to the inside. Great racing we're seeing back here mid-pack. You're not missing a thing up front though. Oh, we got some contact. Rodriguez is around into the wall, and there also is Smith involved in this here. Tight battling going awry here, going into turn 1. And we got another car piling in. Heavy impact there for the number 1 there. Tyler Miller piling into this one here. tough break for Rodriguez. Yeah, we were just talking about how, he was running pretty well here. It's like this battle for the lead, though. We was talking about how there wasn't much going on before, but it looks like something's starting to happen right now. C is definitely running down that 3 car here, Futch. Futch continues to lead, but now Futch is starting to have a mirror full of that number 3 car driven by JC. JC started on the pole, led 1 lap, but then Futch took the lead and has led ever since then. But now C is trying to see if he can change that by now diving to the inside. Doesn't look like he has quite the run, and Futch is going to drive into turn 1 and maintain that top position as C now looks down to the inside trying to see if he can get something going this time here down the back straightaway. You were talking about comers and goers here. Futch really kind of took off and went here. You got to wonder if Futch has kind of burned up their tires. We're past halfway here in the race, so I mean, this tire wear is definitely going to start coming in. If you burned up your tires, we're definitely going to start to see it here. Futch still holding the lead as he goes into turn 3. Now C looks to the inside coming out of 4. Side by side battle as they come now down to the front straightaway. I believe C takes the lead. Now Futch looking to the outside. Great racing we're seeing going on for the lead. Side by side, they go down the back straightaway. Futch takes back the top spot using the momentum from the outside. Now going into turn 3, here comes C battling back on the inside, still side by side racing. Futch has the run on the outside. I believe Futch might have led that lap. No, C led that lap, looks like, according to the leaderboard there. But they're slicing and dicing up here, still battling side by side, going down the back straightaway. Well, Futch is able to use that momentum on the outside there. The top line will give you the momentum, but obviously the inside line is the shortest way around. Looks like Futch got a little bit loose there. C's going to lead that lap there. C now dives it down to the bottom, takes over the top position, and looks like it's not going to be contested as he pulls off of turn 2 now, goes down the back straightaway. Futch now dropping back to the 2nd position. But your new leader is JC. Well, that car is handling pretty well right now here. We see how he was just kind of lurking back there. And now he's certainly not lurking. He's making his presence felt. Looks like he's starting to extend that lead here over Futch. Number 3, that Charmin-sponsored machine, driven by JC, is your leader. In the 2nd position, Carol Futch, the number 2. Let's take a look through the field. There's the number 13 car. It's off the pace. Mike Whitlock, he's had an eventful day. There's the number 15 car. That's Phil Daly. Phil's having a pretty strong run out here. Running in the 3rd position. Yeah, Phil was kind of hoping that while those guys was back here racing side by side, those leaders, that maybe they would get into each other. Because a lot of times when these guys race pretty hard like that, it doesn't go that well. But these guys was able to put on a great show there. A lot of respect and give and take between those 2 leaders. But Phil here, he has a lot of race left here to go. So Phil's just kind of hoping to creep up here and see if he can make something happen. But there's some great racing going on back here. This is 4th, 5th, and 6th. There's number 7 there, Samuel Smelter. Number 12 car of Bryce Eubanks. Number 9 there of Eric Baldwin. All these cars battling for position. So Eubanks take over that position from the number 9. Now the number 9 is going to dive down to the inside. Let's take a good look at there. The Tide sponsored machine. There's Baldwin in number 9. by University of Kentucky. He's currently running in 6th, but I'm not sure how long that's going to hold for him, as now it looks like he's going to drop back to the number 5 car. David Bishop has dropped him back. Bishop driving that Shake and Shake sponsor machine. One car getting back there loose. That's 16. Jeff Smith, we've seen him battling the handle of that car, but he's still holding on. Still running in the top 10. There's another car back a little bit further. It's 19 of Casey Manor. He's back here in the 9th position. It's number 11 car. That's Renfelt. Troy Renfelt. Running now in the 10th position. There's the number 8. It's Ben Orlowski. Orlowski, excuse me. He's been keeping his nose clean, logging laps. There's the number 10. Josh White. And there's the 18. We've seen Diego Rodriguez have some eventful moments here. Those eventful moments have resulted in Diego running outside the top 10. Still out here logging laps, though. Yeah, Diego's had an eventful day. We saw him get turned around. Very unfortunate situation for him. It's a long race here. Still got time to go. There's the number 6 car. Number 6, that's driven by Pablo Gomez. And you see JC. That's your leader, back through the field. Getting ready to come up and lapping. Or excuse me, coming up shortly to lap Pablo. JC has pulled out to quite a substantial lead over the 2nd place competitor. Yeah, you don't even see them in the frame, the 2nd place competitor. C is just right now on cruise control at the moment. Just kind of looking to put this race away. Number 15 of Phil Daly is in the 2nd position. He's got a pretty decent lead, about a 2nd lead over 3rd. 3rd, which is held by Bryce Eubanks. See navigating the track. We're inside of 10 laps to go. Oh, we have some problems on the track. Multiple cars involved in this one here. Heavy impact. The number 12. 5 also involved. Number 16 involved also. Heavy impact there. Casey Manor. We're looking there at the 4 car. He was not involved in the incident. There's the 16 car of Jess Smith. He was involved. Tough break for many competitors here towards the end of this race. Yeah, we talked about how the handle for some of these guys is going to be a problem, but you know, obviously for some of them it was more of a problem than others. Well, that was a pretty big wreck there. Cars involved in that incident. That was the biggest incident of the day. Casey Manor, Paulo Gomez, Bryce Eubanks, David Bishop, John Holloway, and Diego Rodriguez. 6 cars involved in that skirmish coming off of turn 4. So now we're looking at JC, our leader. Several cars coming back up on the track. The 6 car, we were talking about Pablo involved in that incident. Number 9 car going a lap down. Eric Baldwin. He was not involved in the incidents. We have some problems back here with these guys here. More trouble here. The 6 and the number 9 involved in this here. Eric Baldwin and Paulo Gomez having more trouble in the later stages of this race. So the white flag is out for JC. One more lap to go. Let's see if he's able to navigate his way around the track without any more issues. He goes through turn 1 and 2. Now getting ready to navigate on the back straightaway. Looks like it's clear for him. Car now goes through turn 3. Coming off of 4 for the final time. He waits for the checker flag. The checker flag is out. He sees that JC wins here at Iowa. Great race here at the Iowa Speedway, as usual. JC, your winner. There's a good look at him in that number 3 Charmin sponsored machine. Phil Daly comes home in the 2nd position, followed by Samuel Smeltzer, Carol Futch, and Troy Refelt. There's a look at the rest of the running order there coming across the top of your screen. As JC now parks his car at the start-finish line. And now we're starting to see the victory celebration here as the 3 car starts to light it up and burn it down. Very excited competitor here, pulling off the victory. Tim, what are your thoughts on this race here as we're watching the winner celebrate? Well, I take it. It was a pretty good race here. We saw a lot of comers and goers. We knew that was going to happen here because, as I said, tires will definitely fall off here. This track is pretty rough on tires. We talked about how these guys are going to have a hard time getting off the corner here, and we definitely saw that play out. Saw some hard hits out here too. Some great racing. It was pretty much all you could expect for an ARCA race. We talked about before in the broadcast that some drivers would see tricks and some would see treats. You're looking right now at one of the treats. JC celebrating. Pulling up to the start-finish line. As Barney's still waving that flag enthusiastically. And JC continues to burn it down, celebrating. A well-deserved win here at the Iowa Speedway. Our next event will be at the Michigan International Speedway. That's a large 2-mile speedway. Should be very exciting. Always very exciting racing happens at Michigan. We hope you can be tuning in with us for that one. So we're looking still at JC. Just continuing his celebration. But I tell you, winning never gets old right here. I mean, he put a barn burner on him right there. A lot of strength we see in these General tires because we've seen him do this before. I mean, he's been going at this for a little bit here, and he still has some rubber on those tires. And obviously, these Ilmore engines that these ARCA teams use are also pretty strong. As soon as I say that, it looks like I jinxed it. Well, there goes the engine. JC, your winner here at the Iowa Speedway. Thank you for watching XLRN's coverage of ARCA Menards Series action from Iowa. For XLRN, this has been Ken Jones and Tim Bandit signing off. Click that subscribe button if you like these videos. And remember, Michigan is going to be our next race, so if you want to follow the schedule, feel free to tune in for that and subscribe so you can